Imagine two people. The first wakes up every morning at 5, runs 10 kilometers, and finishes completely exhausted. The second never runs, simply goes for a brisk walk after dinner every single day. Now, here's the question: which one is more likely to live a longer, healthier life? Most people instinctively choose the runner. After all, running burns more calories, right? It's harder. It feels like real exercise. So the answer should be obvious. Or is it? Because over the past 2 decades, researchers have followed tens of thousands of people trying to answer exactly this question. And the findings challenge one of the most deeply rooted beliefs in modern fitness. Modern fitness culture has an interesting obsession. If a workout doesn't leave someone exhausted, did it even count? It's almost as if the human body awards bonus points for suffering. Fortunately, human physiology has never been particularly interested in fitness trends. It simply responds to movement. The real question isn't which exercise is harder. The real question is which form of exercise keeps the body healthier over decades. Because good health isn't built in one workout, it's built over thousands of them. Let's explore what the science actually says. Whenever walking and running are compared, the first thing people discuss is calories, obviously. Running clearly burns more calories, that part is true. But here's something worth thinking about. Imagine evaluating an investment based only on today's return, while completely ignoring what it earns over the next 20 years. It wouldn't make much sense, right? Judging exercise based on a single workout is remarkably similar. Health is not built in one session, it's accumulated over years. Now consider two individuals. The one runs 3 times a week and spends most of the day sitting. The other never runs but walks every day, takes the stairs, walks during phone calls, and stays active throughout the day. Which one experiences more movement over an entire year? The answer isn't nearly as obvious as it first appears. If running was truly superior, the evidence should be impossible to ignore, right? Fortunately, researchers asked the exact same question. One of the largest studies followed more than 55,000 individuals for approximately 15 years. The findings were quite impressive. Compared with non-runners, runners had about a 30% lower risk of death from any cause and nearly a 45% risk of dying from cardiovascular disease. At this point, the debate appears settled. Running wins, except that wasn't the entire story. Other large studies looked at people who achieved the recommended amount of physical activity through brisk walking, and something unexpected happened. Lower blood pressure, better insulin sensitivity, reduced risk of type 2 diabetes, and better cardiovascular health, improved sleep, and even better mood. Many of these long term health benefits were remarkably similar. The body seemed less interested in how people moved and far more interested in whether they moved consistently or not. There is one predictor of long term health that rarely gets enough attention: adherence. In simple terms, can this habit realistically continue for years? Running certainly improves fitness faster, but it also asks more of the body. It requires more recovery, greater motivation, and higher risk of overuse injuries. Walking has a different advantage. It doesn't require motivation worthy of an Olympic athlete. No expensive running shoes, no recovery shakes, and no smartwatch reminding you that your recovery score is only 62 or 98 or any other random number. Just comfortable shoes and the decision to begin. Sometimes the simplest habits are also the most sustainable, and sustainability is often what determines long term success. One of the oldest myths in fitness is that running inevitably destroys the knees, but current evidence paints a far more balanced picture. Among healthy recreational runners, there is little convincing evidence that running itself increases the risk of knee osteoarthritis. However, context matters. Elite athletes, previous injuries, and poor running mechanics, along with excessive training volumes, these are entirely different situations. To understand this easily, draw an analogy to antibiotics or any other medicine. The dose often determines whether something becomes beneficial or harmful. Walking, meanwhile, places substantially less stress on the joints while still providing significant cardiovascular and metabolic benefits. Perhaps the walking versus running debate has distracted us from a much more important question. Not which exercise is better, but which exercise will still be part of our lifestyle 10 years from now. Running is an excellent exercise. Similarly, walking is an excellent exercise in itself too. Neither deserves to be viewed as universally superior. The greatest threat to long term health isn't choosing the wrong form of exercise, it's remaining sedentary. Longevity isn't built through occasional acts of athletic heroism, it's built through ordinary habits but repeated with extraordinary consistency. If you enjoy evidence based discussions on health, nutrition, and longevity, consider subscribing. Just to give context, this channel examines a common health belief, separates evidence from assumptions, and explores what current science actually tells us. Because better health begins with better decisions. I'll see you.